you are ready to hear to the most wonderful, wonderful speeches and the panel group telling you what we were unaware of. Some of us know certain sections and some of us did not know. So you are going to have a real treat. Before that, my name is Paddy Sharma. A lot of you know me. And I'm from Indian American Cultural Association. And as Madhuji said, I followed her footsteps and we were here for a long time. We do a lot and lot.
We are like waters. We fit it everywhere. We take the shape whatever we take, whether it's small or big, whether it's a workplace or home, or from entrepreneurs to employees. Don't underestimate ourselves. Let's support each other, inspire each other, and grow together. Thank you so much, IACA, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I am so proud of IACA for being one of the oldest organizations of Atlanta, Indian Atlanta, I would say. And I'm a proud member of IACA. Some of you might not know me because I don't come here regularly because it's a little too far from my home. But I became a member in 1991. So I think I'm one of the oldest members, or one of the older members, I would say. And I'm so proud of IACA, even after so many years. They're here and they're still as
become entrepreneurs. So my entrepreneurial journey started in the 80s, believe it or not. I had a little lemonade stand in front of my parents' house, and the name of it was Le Mona De. So I took lemonade and highlighted my name in it, and I sold Country Time lemonade for $1. Now that is a huge margin for powdered lemonade, but that's all I knew. You know, as the daughter of immigrants, that was our Nukupani at home that we could make by ourselves, and so I doctored it up.
Audience here. Such an incredible audience. You know, I've interviewed, I think, some of the greatest leaders of our generation through my platform, South Asian Trailblazers, and I've had the privilege of working with some of them, like Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo. And one thing I've learned is it's not just about the people that are climbing the ladder, it's the people that stop and turn around to build a staircase for the people who come after them. Today, as you guys sit here, I think
only one regret in life, and that is I did not take enough risks in life. Now, those are the words of a dying man. I did not take enough risks in life. Neeti, I want you to go back to the US and quit your job. Walk away from the corporate job that you've been at and start your business that you've been talking about for the longest time. That's what it took for me to literally turn myself around, come back here and launch my business. And all I can tell you is, you don't want to wait for a day like that.
The experiences of women at all stages of life. And menopause is a vital part of that conversation. When I look back at my own experience of not understanding what was going on with my body, I remember standing outside in 0-degree temperature and just trying to relieve myself of the hot flashes that I was getting. And I remember my children saying,
2 million women, 2 million women a year will go through menopause in the US. The average age is 51 and a half. This idea of perimenopause has been around for a long time, and I actually looked up the definition to make sure I could accurately describe it to you guys. Perimenopause is simply the time around menopause. Now, that could be from the time you're 30 to the time you're 45, for the time you're 50. So it varies for everybody. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Will everybody...
Since then, it's been an eventful journey, literally and figuratively. We established our mission statement, which is rooted in 3 core pillars: leadership, empowerment, and sisterhood. The mission statement. The IACA Women's Forum aims to provide a safe, inclusive,
all walks of life. So let's start with our first pillar, one of empowerment. Empowerment begins when we own our own voices and our own story of mentorship, friendship, and collective resilience. Because when women support women, there is no limit to what we can achieve. As we engage in today's discussions, let us remember, together we rise, together we lead, together we thrive.
Who do not have a way to raise money, get treated, or handle the family. What this community can do for them, what can organizations like IACA can do for them. Then you hear about the complaints about domestic abuse and domestic violence. People report to consulate, people report to organizations on Raksha. They can't meet the needs. Not everybody knows about consulate and Raksha. How do we reach them? Then one of our members, Mangala Iyer, her husband went to India and passed away. She has no information about their finances, their assets, their estate. She has to start from scratch.
Question. Definitely, HR is not your enemy. Yes, they work for the company, but you're part of the company. And for HR, it's important that that reflects in each employee. You're now going to another company, that is inevitable. Sometimes we'll move on, but that talk about that company and keeping up that company's image is important for HR, even though, so that's the distinction I would make, is they're not your enemy, even though they are.
I think what Ayesha just described was almost more than half of us, because we all are high-functioning adults. And asking for help is a very humbling event, which is a very good lesson to learn, that to answer the question, any situation that makes us sad, that's normal. That happens within 3 weeks of that event and gets better.
All right. So my first question is to Dr. Jyoti Manakar. Weight gain has been one of the most common challenge among middle-aged women in the perimenopausal and menopausal years especially. So we know there are no miracle treatments or drugs for that. It all boils down to exercise and diet. So my question is, what are the most effective?
My close proximity, friends, family members that stood up for me, supported me, helped me navigate life's challenges. But that can look different for different people. So Mona, I'd like to start with you and ask you, and then each of the panelists will answer after. What does sisterhood mean to you, and how has it shown up in your life?
First of all, thank you, Olpa. Great introduction. I'm happy to be here. Sisterhood means a lot to me. And 3 words in particular always come to mind.
Thinking, oh, these people in America just get to dress up and go on occasions and they're just chilling all the time. That's their perspective about us, because that's what we put on the social media. So